So today I'm actually going to look at 3 ukuleles. Now I've just had a birthday and some friends thought it would be fun to get me one of these, Union Jack ukulele. So quite appropriate, I suppose. And I was opening this one and some other friends' faces dropped because they got me one of these. But absolutely no problem for someone like me, as you can imagine. They're different. I can make them different as well, different strings and so on, and yeah, that's not a problem. So good fun, good choices anyway. So got those 2. I'm going to review them as they are with their standard strings that they come with. So this one's a Tiger and this one's a Mahalo, and also just to balance things out, we've got a Eddie Finn Soprano. This one is an Eddie Finn 5S, and we'll look at that as well. So first of all, the Tiger. This is made, I think, from plywood, painted. There's a bit of overspray inside. The fretboard is interesting because the fretboard itself is painted. But it's got geared tuners, so good for a beginner, no problem there. And very low profile tuners, always think that's a bit of a plus point. It's the lowest of the 3 here. But comes with some very standard strings, not sure, they're not Aquilas or anything like that, but they're okay. I'll do some proper comparisons a bit later. And then the Eddie Finn, so this made out of a solid tone wood, and I think it sounds a bit better. It is more than twice the price of the others. These painted ukes tend to be about £20. This one I've just seen at £46, so you know it's more money, but geared tuners again. Nice fret markers on the fretboard and on the top here. Well, that's always a plus, I think, when they're on the top. That's a good sign. And the Eddie Finn shaped sound hole, which is their little trademark. In the box, even the box is posher. It comes with a little label that says "Smell me." You're supposed to be able to smell the sea. I live a little way from the sea, so I can't tell you for sure, but it's got a different smell. So the Eddie Finn, again with some fairly ordinary strings. They're not Aquilas or anything, but nicely put together. And then the Mahalo. So difference here to the first Union Jack one. The wood's slightly thinner. I think that gives it a slightly better sound. We'll show you that in a second. The headstock's painted. Compare that with the Tiger, which just has a plain blue. So the headstock's also got the Union Jack on it, and being a Mahalo, it's got the dolphin shaped tuners. Not that makes any difference to the sound, but gives it a little bit of character. And I know the Mahalos are quite highly rated. So quick comparative test. So just open string notes first, and then a quick strum. So a little tricky to handle this one somehow, but maybe it's to do with the painted fretboard, I'm not sure. It slides around a bit. The neck's fairly thin at the back there. So the Eddie Finn, slightly more substantial at the back. The actions lower on this is much better set up. Slightly out of tune there, but you can hear the difference in the sound there. And then the Mahalo. So the Mahalo's got a separate, whether it's rosewood, but there's a separate wood on there, and just finished off a bit nicer than the Tiger. So we've got the 2 painted ukes, as I say, these both under £20. I think the Mahalo's probably the better value. Put some Aquilas on that, that's going to be pretty good. Then if you want to spend a bit more money, the Eddie Finn would make a great starter uke, and if you're not worried about the showy side of things, this is a a real, proper quality entry ukulele. Again, fairly ordinary strings, but stick some Aquillas on it, or some Worths, or even Savara's strings on this maybe, and that's going to come to life. So there you have it. 3. Can't hold all 3. 3 ukuleles to consider. Right, I just looked at that and I thought it'd be better if we do a proper back-to-back comparison. So first, the Tiger. And now the Eddie Finn. And now the Mahalo.